Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this Hearthstone Mercenaries PvE comp guide, I'm going to take a look at Fire Comp and tell you everything you need to know about this very explosive party for Hearthstone Mercenaries. Fire Comp is the party with most firepower in Hearthstone Mercenaries, so its main use is task farming. Task farming is the main progress loop in Hearthstone Mercenaries. It's where you're just farming repeatedly for mystery coins, so you're looking for mysterious strangers that will give tasks for your mercenaries. Typically you have 3 mercenaries that are going to carry your party through, and 3 mercenaries that you're farming tasks for. The main bounties for task farming are Heroic Lord Banehollow, Heroic Corrupted Ancient, and normal Snowclaw in Winterspring, and the advantage of Fire Comp is that it can easily one-shot all the fights in all of these bounties, so you can farm wherever you like. There are 2 build-around mercenaries in Fire Comp. There's Ragnaros with Blazing Rune for passive fire damage, and there's Baron Geddon with Mark of Conflagration, which buffs up Baron Geddon's Inferno, which also double dips into Ragnaros' passive fire damage and therefore deals a ton of AoE. In a typical Fire Comp setup, you use 1 mercenary with a fire ability 6 speed or faster, so it enables the fire combo of Geddon's Inferno, Geddon uses Inferno, and Ragnaros uses Die Insects to wrap things up. Currently, there are 4 alternatives for this 3rd mercenary in Fire Comp, and the strongest of them is Balinda Stonehearth. When I'm doing task grinding, I typically use Stormbike Salvation on Balinda, just so that I don't have an elemental, I don't have any extra animations, the damage is already enough. Alright. I believe this is the best Fire Comp at the moment. And for farming purposes, on Balinda I am using the Stormbike Salvation instead of the Elementals. The Elementals add a little bit more damage, that is true. But when you're farming, you typically don't need that little bit of more damage. And then it's faster when you don't have the animation of the Elemental spawning and acting. Because this is... However, if you're using Fire Comp to climb more challenging bounties, typically you want to use the lesser Water Elemental, because that freeze effect just allows Fire Comp to shoot more freely.
You take me for an ordinary mage?
Like, we take more time to give commands. We obviously get a bit more damage. And that freezing ability. But it just isn't necessary for the grinding bounties. Instead of Balinda, you can also use Antonidas. Antonidas was part of the original old-school Fire Comp, where you want to use Syndeco's Staff, and then Antonidas will use Fireball on turn 1. The old-school Fire Comp. Will burn. Oh wow. Just shoot at the blue. This comp. Well, you also shoot at the blue with the Balinda. Balinda just shoots at the blues harder. So like that would have already been dead if it was Balinda here instead of Antonidas. As a newcomer, it's also possible to use Gigi instead of Balinda, and for Gigi then it would be Blazing Song. And the best equipment for Gigi would be Blazing Band, but as of making this video it is not open yet because Kazakus is not yet available. Believe in by fire be purged. Oh wow. We blasting. Going smoothly. And finally, you can also use Alexstrasza with Dragon Breath, probably with Alexstrasza's Brooch to deal more damage, which is an okay option, especially if you're trying to get some Alexstrasza coins on the side, but there is the problem that if you get a caster boon that makes casters faster, then Dragon Breath can no longer help Geddon proc the combo. Overall, Fire Comp is very powerful, It is the comp with most firepower, it deals the most amount of damage on turn 1. So especially when you're grinding, you're farming, you want to get those one-shots on everything, and that's when Fire Comp really shines. Typically Fire Comp's problem is that once it reaches the point where it can't deal enough damage anymore, then the mercenaries in it just start dying. It doesn't quite have the sustain that something like a Dragon Comp or a Nature Comp has. Although the introduction of Balinda and the Lesser Water Elemental, which can freeze some of the enemies, has helped this a little and made Fire Comp viable to more difficult bounties as well. And whenever there is a bounty where Fire Comp works, it typically is the fastest possible comp to clear that bounty. So if you want to get stuff done in Mercenaries, Fire Comp is an excellent option. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and check out my Twitch channel.